National Cricket Council has 105 members. Not that anyone cares, but 10 of these members are permanent members. Not that anyone cares, पर एक कंट्री है जो हैवी वेट है, एक कंट्री है जो क्रिकेट के पॉपुलैरिटी स्केल्स को टिप कर सकती है.
कैसे? 463 टेस्ट मैचेस, 860 वन-डे इंटरनेशनल्स और 53 T20 मैचेस. अगर ये सारे मैचेस एक साथ खेले जाएं, then this country would have played cricket every day for 8 whole years.
और वो कंट्री है
इंडिया! इंडिया! In this episode, we're going to decode the cricket craze in India. Who's more popular, batsmen or bowlers? What goes into making a commercial splash in this game?
We're also going to find out if the highest earning cricketers are also the top performers and whether they are also batsmen.
So pad up for this innings of the vital stats of India.
Cricket may be an import of colonialism, but we have made the game our own.
India has produced a steady stream of cricketing legends. In the 60s, if West Indies struck fear with their pace, we had spinners who had batsmen in a tizzy. In fact, our spinners have taken over 6,000 wickets since 1951. That's more wickets than those taken by spinners of any other team.
And our batsmen are amongst the most stylish and flamboyant in the world. With such talented players, India kept winning matches. Between 1951 and October 2014, we have won 582 out of 1,376 matches. That's the third highest number of matches won by any team in these 62 years.
Can't say the same about other sports. We did have a good run in hockey and had the odd brilliant performer in athletics. But it was only the cricket teams that consistently won trophies. The biggie, of course, being the 1983 World Cup.
But let's not forget the Audi won by Ravi Shastri after being crowned champion of champions in the Benson and Hedges World Championship in 1985. With that trophy, India had proved to the world that their victory over West Indies in the 1983 World Cup was no fluke.
Ravi Shastri became the toast of the town. Even film magazines began chasing the life of cricketers to add juicy news to their pages. Shastri's affair with Bollywood actress Amrita Singh only added fuel to the fire.
By the 90s, the time was ripe. Two things had happened that set off an exponential growth in the popularity of cricket. The first was the opening up of the Indian economy and the introduction of cable TVs in Indian households.
Our dreams turned from black and white to color, just as the cricket ball turned from red to white for day and night matches. The perfect entertainment after work.
Just look at the number of ODIs we play. In the 80s, we played the fourth highest number of ODIs. In the 90s, we were the second highest. And finally, between 2000 and 2009, India was the country playing the maximum number of matches.
And then there was Sachin Tendulkar. In The Little Master and his teammates, Indians got a new bunch of heroes who they could follow. So let's ask the fans, who are the cricketing heroes they are following today?
Who's your favorite cricketer?
MS Dhoni.
Sachin Tendulkar, definitely.
It's MS Dhoni.
Virat Kohli. Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin.
Sunil Gavaskar.
Without a doubt, Sachin Tendulkar. Virendra Sehwag.
Virat Kohli.
MS Dhoni.
I like Virat Kohli because he's very good looking, but then I also like Yuvraj Singh.
And how about a bowler? Any bowler that you like?
Harbhajan Singh.
Couple of
I don't like Indian bowlers.
So people like all kinds of players, either for their flamboyant performances or for their perfectly styled air. But what about budding cricketers?
To find out, हम आए हैं ज्ञान भारती साउथ दिल्ली क्रिकेट एकेडमी में to speak to the youngsters and their coach. How's that? How's that?
Yeah, and while we're at it, एक game cricket भी खेल लेते हैं.
While Mayur warms up for a session of bowling, I'm going to pad up and try and hit some sixes. I meet Gursharan Singh, the head coach of this academy, to get insights into batting techniques and to understand the minds of young cricketers. Gursharan is a former first-class cricketer who captained Punjab to its only Ranji Trophy win in 1992-93. As a coach, 40 of his students have made it to state-level teams.
How's that, sir? बढ़िया था shot?
Not bad, because you watch the ball onto the bat and then where it has gone. Balance is very important. Isme your balance was not. If head is there, then you can watch the ball.
So I'll try one.
And that was a bit better.
सर तो आपके पास जो प्लेयर्स आते हैं सारे, मोर ऑफ देम वांट टू बी बैट्समैन या ज्यादा बॉलर बनना चाहते हैं?
आजकल जैसे चल रहा है कि ऑलराउंडर्स, हर कोई जाता है बैटिंग में मिल जाए, बॉलिंग में मिल जाए।
Right.
तो सब कहते हैं मैं दोनों चीजें अच्छी करता हूँ। तो लेकिन फिर भी हम पूछते हैं कि आप दोनों में से बैटिंग ज्यादा अच्छी करते हो या बॉलिंग?
तो अगर 10 एवरेज है, उसमें से कितने बैट्समैन बनेंगे और कितने बॉलर्स बनेंगे अकॉर्डिंग टू यू?
आई थिंक मोस्टली आजकल थोड़ा ट्रेंड आईपीएल के चक्कर में ना, सबको चौके छक्के के चक्कर में आई थिंक हर कोई ज्यादातर, जैसे 10
Batting
बच्चे
पे।
आते हैं तो 6 जने कहते हैं बैट्समैन बनना है।
While Rocky spends his day standing in one place and hitting balls, I'm doing all the grunt work.
तो अब ये बताइए कि बॉलर्स को ज्यादा मतलब जान लगानी पड़ती है ट्रेनिंग में कि बैट्समैन को?
नहीं, बॉलर को बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। बैट्समैन को तो फिर भी थोड़ा बीच में रेस्ट मिल जाता है। तो बॉलर को तो काफी एंड्योरेंस उनकी अच्छी होनी चाहिए, स्टेमिना बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए, और उनके जो मसल्स हैं वो भी ये नहीं कि एकदम जैसे वेट लिफ्टर और वैसे होने चाहिए, लेकिन उनमें काफी स्ट्रेंथ होनी चाहिए, तभी वो अच्छे फास्ट बॉलर बन सकते हैं।
Gursharan's experience is backed by research, which indicates that bowlers report more injuries than batsmen. According to one study, bowlers sustain a higher proportion of lower limb and back injuries. Fast bowlers especially are prone to injuries since their run-up is followed by two large impacts on the back and front foot. Their legs have to bear the brunt of the force. This is anywhere between 4.1 to 9 times the body weight of the bowler. With such risks, bowlers have to maintain a very high level of fitness.
सर मेरे को आप 2 टिप्स दे सकते हैं जहाँ मैं एक और बॉल ट्राई करूं और बिल्कुल मतलब मिडिल स्टंप जो है वहां उड़ के जाए?
एक तो बहुत जरूरी है रनअप, आपका रनअप बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए।
Right.
देन आपका जो एट द टाइम ऑफ डिलीवरी वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप अपने टारगेट पे देखो जरूर कि कहाँ पे आपने बॉल डालनी है।
करेक्ट।
या
बॉल प्लीज। मैं ट्राई करता हूं सर आपकी एडवाइस लेके।
नॉट बैड।
I hope that tip worked. मतलब at least middle stump पे तो गई बॉल। Bowlers, you have my sympathy. You sweat more, you're more prone to injury. लेकिन भोंपू जो है वो बैट्समैन का ज्यादा बचता है।
गुरु से तो हमने बात कर ली, अब पूछते हैं चेलों की राय।
The next generation of superstars. आप क्या बनना चाहते हैं, बैट्समैन के बॉलर?
बैट्समैन, फास्ट बॉलर,
बैट्समैन,
बैट्समैन, फास्ट बॉलर, बैट्समैन, बैट्समैन,
बैट्समैन,
बैट्समैन, बैट्समैन,
एक्टर।
तो जैसे आपने देखा 11 में से 8 बनना चाहते हैं बैट्समैन, सिर्फ 2 बनना चाहते हैं फास्ट बॉलर, और सिर्फ 1 बनना चाहता है एक्टर, और वो थोड़ा ज्यादा बड़ा है, मेरे को लग नहीं रहा है बच्चा है।
चौके, छक्के और cheeky singles. It is runs that keep the viewer hooked to the game. Now that we've seen what the budding cricketers want, it's time to look at the stats.
First, let's see the chances of making it into the Indian team.
Only about 2% of players from various squads of the Ranji Trophy make their debuts in the Indian side. That's nearly as tough as getting into India's super competitive management institutes, the IIMs.
But what happens after the debut? Once they're in the team, batsmen also walk away with more honors. In a list of players with the most number of Man of Match awards, there is no bowler in the top 15. The first bowler to appear is South African pacer Sean Pollock, who won 22 Man of the Match awards.
All this means that batsmen are more popular than bowlers. We'll see what that popularity leads to. Do batsmen score more when it comes to endorsements? We'll find out next.
And we'll find out whether the top earning players are also the top performers. So far, we've seen that batsmen are more popular than the bowlers.
Now we want to know how that popularity translates into commercial returns.
What better way to do that than to follow the career of a cricketer who smashed records both on and off the cricket field?
Bollywood stars became a part of the 100 crore club starting with Gajni in 2008. But one cricketer had beaten them to it. This cricketer signed a 100 crore deal in 2001 with Mark Mascarenhas of sports marketing firm WorldTel. A development that shook the cricketing and advertising worlds alike.
That cricketer is Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. The little master has played international cricket for a record 23 years. In that same time, India has seen 8 prime ministers. Talk about being Mr. Dependable.
He spent over 70,211 minutes at the crease. That's more than any other batsman in the world. In that much time, an astronaut could have flown to the moon and back 6 times.
All those minutes spent at the crease resulted in tons of runs. As a result, he's won the highest number of Man of the Match awards. The second cricketer on the list is Sana Jayasuriya, who's won 48 awards. This is followed by a long list of cricketers who won only about half the number of awards as Sachin has.
Besides the accolades and the awards, Sachin also won the hearts of so many Indians, making cricket a religion in this country.
I just want to thank the Almighty for everything that has happened in my life. Can't ask for anything more, honestly.
The love for cricketers in this nation is greater than any other nation. लेकिन इस love के साथ आती है responsibility and pressure to perform on the field and off the field.
So let's go and meet someone who will tell us more about the link between performance and endorsements. Chal hai Sachin, Aila, chal.
To find out, we've come to meet Harish Krishnamachar, a veteran of sports marketing and management. He's been part of Team Sachin, helping manage his career off the field.
Sachin is a legend.
Absolutely.
I mean, in all terms.
I think in more ways than one. I think he established batsmanship of the highest level, and he established the ability to get commercial rights commensurate with that ability.
Sachin was not the only one to benefit from the rise of cricket's popularity. He opened the endorsement floodgates for many cricketers that followed.
And as Team India flourished, so did the business of cricket. The commercial spiral of cricket culminated in the Indian Premier League, a tournament where batsmen are paid big bucks to hit massive sixes and fours.
I think the benchmarks in the olden days was to do with Test cricket. You know, if you got to 8,000 runs and you took 400 wickets, you were a great.
Right.
Those benchmarks have changed. They've changed with format and they've changed with relevance. So the new benchmarks are not about how many wickets you take in T20.
As a bowler.
As a bowler, but what's your strike rate? What's your economy rate? You know, are you actually giving less than 7 runs an over? If you're able to do that, you're a fabulous bowler.
So the parameters now for bowlers have changed to forget about the wickets, just keep the runs down.
Because of the formats, yes, they have.
And for batsmen, the number has moved up from 8,000.
The number stays the same.
Batsman, the number is now no more relevant in Test cricket. You can be a Suresh Raina with 5,000 runs in T20 cricket and not have a Test career. So it makes a big difference to it.
And still be a really valuable
Very, very valuable player. Yes, in the shorter format, exceptionally valuable player.
The IPL is the dominant competition of the T20 format and combines sports with glitz and glamour. This has given a boost to the fame enjoyed by cricketers.
In the fame ranking of Forbes Celebrity 100, MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli leave Bollywood stars Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone far, far behind. And though the little master has retired from the game, he still comes in at number 9.
यानी कि IPL teams के boss भले Bollywood stars हों, advertising world में it is cricketers who are ruling the roost. पर जब हम बड़े endorsements की बात करते हैं, तो it is the batsmen who are included. ऐसा क्यों?
Perhaps it has something to do with the bat.
And I know just the place to find out more about the cricket bat.
We're at the factory of Sons Parel Greenlands, also called SG. This company was started as a small workshop in 1931 in Sialkot. Today, at this factory in Meerut, they manufacture thousands of bats. In fact, they're the largest manufacturer of cricket equipment in the world.
On the shop floor, we meet Paras Anand, the marketing director of SG. Cricket is in his blood, as Paras is part of the family that started and is now running SG for several decades.
And we're going to find out from him how the cricket bat has changed over the years and if this change in design allows more runs to be scored.
Has the size of the bat changed over all these years? Like, is it a specific dimension that a bat has?
See, the blade of the bat has always been the same size.
Okay.
And which is about 21. It varies between 21 and 22 inches. And the handle is about 11 inches, you know. So it's always been the same size.
And this is what you call a full-size bat.
Yeah, that's the full-size bat.
Will they make it bigger for taller guys?
Yeah. So if somebody is over 6 feet tall, he uses a long blade bat. That's the difference.
So the bat still stays the same, the handle becomes longer.
So sometimes the blade becomes bigger, and in certain cases, cases, the handle becomes bigger.
That's allowed.
That is allowed.
So now, but the width of this has to remain the same.
The width, there is a maximum width which is specified,
Right.
which is 4 inch and a quarter. That has to, you can't exceed that as per the ICC regulation.
And when we put the hoardings, what we call the hoardings, the advertising for a product, can we cover the whole bat with it?
No, we can just cover about 9 inches of the plate. That's about,
Okay, which is about here.
which is about here, yeah.
Oh, so taller cricket player doesn't necessarily make more money from endorsements
No, he doesn't.
because he's got more real estate to do holdings
He
on.
doesn't make more money.
So how much is the 9-inch advertising real estate worth? In 2013, MS Dhoni signed a 25 crore deal with 2 companies for endorsements on his bat.
His teammate Virat Kohli has a 6.5 crore deal for endorsements on his bat.
The Little Master signed a 4 crore per year deal in 2009 to endorse Adidas on his bat.
We have all these opportunities for batsmen to do their branding. How does a bowler monetize himself?
How's that? Vital stats of India. Cheap.
Besides that, how else can a bowler really put it out there and make some money from their skills?
See, unfortunately, the bowlers don't have that opportunity where they can show off the hoarding like you're
Correct.
suggesting for the bat.
Correct.
But still, there is an opportunity there. There are companies, sunglasses companies, there are apparel companies, footwear companies which are promoting the bowlers, So there is an opportunity.
Is there anything unique for bowlers?
How about a towel which I tuck into my side and I take out before bowling a no ball and all?
Now that's not allowed, Everybody knows why.
That's a bad one, huh?
So if the match is now a washout, you don't even have a towel to dry yourself with?
Not in your pocket.
Besides that, another change that happened is the change in the thickness of the bat, which has gone from 20 mm to 40 mm in the last 20 years or so. And more wood in the bat allows batsmen to hit more of those big shots.
And this has had an impact on the overall game. In the 80s, only 53% of test matches yielded a result. In the 2000s, nearly 75% matches may result hota hai, which means test matches are getting more exciting to watch.
And in one days, the strike rate has gone up.
In the 70s, the batting strike rate of the Indian team was 56.42. This number has grown steadily through the decades and today stands at 86.12. Which means that there are a lot more sixes hit in matches today than there were in the 70s. That attracts more audiences, which means more eyeballs and more endorsements on the bat.
So now we know that the bat doesn't only work for hitting big runs, but also for making big bucks.
Coming up, we see what a batsman and a bowler earn and whether the top earners are also the top performers. So far, we've seen how the cricket craze in India has opened up endorsement opportunities for players.
Now it's time to find out whether the top earners are also the top performers.
So let's talk about player salaries.
According to the BCCI, जो है Indian cricket की governing body, players 3 category में divided हैं. Category A जिनको मिलते हैं 1 crore per year. Category B जिनको मिलते हैं 50 lakhs per year. और Category C 25 lakhs per year.
Which brings us to the question, are the top 5 earners also the top 5 performers? To find that out, we're at Pykih, a Mumbai-based company that builds tools to crunch data and put it out in an easy-to-understand manner. A bit like us.
We meet Ritwij, the founder of the company, to find out more about player salaries and endorsements.
BCCI also has some sort of system where they grade players according to performance or they grade players.
Right.
Can we see a visualization of that?
Sure. So this is how BCCI grades players. You have Group A, which earns 1 crore a year, and then you have Group B and Group C. But if you see here, typically Group A and B has more batsmen than bowlers. And on an average, batsmen are earning 57 lakhs a year, while bowlers are earning just 38 lakhs a year.
But BCCI is not the top paymaster in Indian cricket. Now, we have the numbers, Ritwij, for the top 5 earners in Indian cricket across many earning spectrums. Okay, and the challenge for you now, if you're going to accept it, is that we want to know, are the top 5 earners also the top 5 performers?
Okay, let me work out the numbers. Challenge accepted.
While Ritwij works on the challenge, we have other numbers to chew on.
अगर हम ICC की वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग देखें तो हमारा एक भी बैट्समैन टॉप 10 में नहीं है. The number 1 batsman in Test cricket is Kumar Sangakkara, followed by South African batsman A.B. de Villiers and West Indian Shiv Narayan Chanderpaul. The
first Indian to appear in the list is on number 16, Indian opener Cheteshwar Pujara. But remember, these rankings keep changing.
In fact, ODIs में one-day internationals में top 10 batsmen में से सिर्फ 3 Indians हैं और T20 अगर देखा जाए तो top 10 में से सिर्फ 2 Indian batsmen हैं.
लेकिन हम वर्ल्ड में अगर रिचेस्ट क्रिकेटर्स देखें तो 2012 में जो टॉप 10 लिस्ट थी उसमें से 6 इंडियंस थे, सारे बैट्समैन, और बाकी ऑस्ट्रेलियन. बाकी वर्ल्ड की सॉरी है ये.
Okay, I have the numbers for you.
Hit us.
Top 5 earners in 2012 are Dhoni, Sachin, Sehwag, Kohli and Gambhir. In 2013 it becomes Dhoni, Sachin, Kohli and Sehwag and then Gambhir. So if you look at the past 5-year performance, the top 5 earners are the top 5 performers, except that Sachin now has been replaced by Raina since Sachin is not playing anymore.
And what's interesting to me is that all 5 are batsmen.
Yes.
Very clearly.
In fact, the first bowler to appear in the list is 8th. He's Harbhajan Singh.
So the first 7 top earners are batsmen.
Yes.
I know what I'm going to become when I grow up.
An orangutan.
Second best. Batsman. Best.
पर यार हम last 5 years की बात कर रहे हैं. Let's look at the in-form batsmen. As per the ICC rankings for one-day internationals in November, the top 5 Indian batsmen are Kohli, Shikhar Dhawan, Dhoni, Raina and Rohit Sharma. But Suresh Raina, Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma are not in the list of top 5 earners. So the brand that the likes of Gambhir and Sehwag have built for themselves over the years is helping them get the endorsements. So what we know so far is that when it comes to BCCI salaries and endorsements, it is the batsmen who take the cake. But what about IPL auctions? Will bowlers have the last laugh here? Here's the list of top scoring batsmen and top wicket-taking bowlers of IPL 2013. Let's compare the bids they won in 2014's IPL auctions. First up is Michael Hussey versus Dwayne Bravo. And Hussey wins. Next, Chris Gale versus James Faulkner. Whoa, the Aussie pacer has matched the Caribbean Hurricane. Virat Kohli versus Harbhajan Singh. And it's Kohli that hits Bhaji for a 6. Suresh Raina versus Mitchell Johnson. It's Raina who won the bigger bucks. Shane Watson versus Vinay Kumar. Same story. The batsman walks away with a bigger bid. And the winner is Batsman! After all, 4s and 6s are more fun to watch than a dot ball. And those big shots also earn batsmen more awards and accolades. Which brings us to the question whether the top earners were also the top performers. The answer? Yes. But to earn more, you have to perform consistently. Bilkul hamari tarah. Consistently good.